Stampers, this is Dawn from DawnStippingThoughts.net, and today we're going to make this beautiful card. This was one of my club cards that we made this last weekend, and let me show you the items that we're going to be using. So this is how I prepare for my club girls to come. They get all the supplies in a clear envelope, so they can put the finished card in their clear envelope. And these are also from Stampin' Up, and I'll have the number listed there for you if you want to get those. But this is the cardstock. We're using the Blushing Bride, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, score at 4 1/4. And then you're using the Pop of Pink designer paper. Now what's really nice with this designer paper is that it's Melon Mambo in basic black and white. So one side has Melon Mambo, the black and the white, but then the other side of the designer paper is all like black and white. So you could actually color this in a different shade if you want, instead of just the white with the black. So this piece is cut at 1 1/4 by 5.5. Okay, so then the Blushing Bride glimmer paper, I really wanted to use for my club card the glimmer paper, but this is sold out. Oh my gosh, it was very, very popular, but this was my first choice. So this is actually my second choice with the glimmer paper with the Blushing Bride. At 3/4 by 5.5. And then your piece of white is cut at 3 by 3. And then a piece of basic black is cut at 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Okay, so let me show you the stamp set. We're going to be using the Make a Medallion, and this is a free Sale-a-Bration item until March 31st. And hopefully it's not sold out by the time this video goes live. But it's such a sweet stamp set. It doesn't look like much, but look at that really beautiful medallion that this makes. It's like a 2-step stamp set, because you'll need both of the pieces to the stamp set to finish this beautiful medallion. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add my glimmer paper to the bottom edge of my designer paper. I'm just using Fast Fuse, and I'm going to just have a little bit of it show underneath, just like that. And then I'm going to reinforce the back with dimensionals. Now with my club girls, let me show you this was one of the cards that I gave them an option, so they can do it horizontal or they can do it vertical. Both ways are both really super cute. So we're going to go ahead and make it the horizontal version. So I'm just going to put that right there on the Blushing Bride cardstock. All right, now let's go ahead and stamp our medallion. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Stampin' Pierce mat, and I have both stamps on a block, and I went ahead and stamped this one right here, and it's not going to show up on the camera with the photopolymer, but let me show you in the case. This is the image that I stamped onto a piece of vellum cardstock, and I used the Stamp-A-Majig for that, so I can get perfect placement. And then I wanted the stamp to be exactly the way the girls use it every time, so the Stamp-A-Majig will line up every time. So what I did is I stamped it, and then I put top at the very top of the right side that they're going to use with this piece of vellum cardstock. And then on my stamp, I don't know if you can even see this, but I hand put an arrow on there with a writing pin, so they know that this image goes up that way into the Stamp-A-Majig like that. So I don't even know if that's going to show up very good. Let me see if I got a piece of white. Can you see that arrow that I drew on there? Because I was having so many girls, I want them to use the Stamp-A-Majig if they wanted to, and I didn't want to have to make a Stamp-A-Majig copy every time with the vellum. So that's what I did. So we're going to use the Memento ink and the Blushing Bride. So first I'm going to stamp the outline with the Blushing Bride. What's nice with the mat is because if you were stamping white on a lighter table, you wouldn't be able to center it very good. So hopefully I can center it without putting my head in the camera. Hopefully that's good. So we're stamping this layer with the Blushing Bride. And you more than likely don't even need the Stamp-A-Majig, but I really wanted to use it today for my video because I didn't want to put my head in the camera to line it up. So now we're going to take our vellum piece that we stamped previously, and I'm going to line this up right where I want to stamp on top of that Blushing Bride image. And it lines up really nice. But see how I have the top there? So this is the way the vellum lays on the image. I'm going to take my Stamp-A-Majig. I'm going to butt that vellum right up into the corner right here, and then I'm going to remove it. Then I'm going to take my second stamp, ink that up with the Memento ink, making sure my arrow is going the right way. And then I'm going to put this corner of the block into that corner of the Stamp-A-Majig, and I'm going to stamp straight down. Look how beautiful. Lines up every time. Perfect. Okay, so then I have another piece of Blushing Bride, and we're going to use the Thanks. And this stamp set has a few different greetings, which is love, friend, and thanks. So I'm going to use Thanks, but I let my club girls decide which one they wanted to use. And I'm going to stamp that on the Blushing Bride. And then we're going to take the classic label punch. This also fits perfectly in there. Okay, then I'm going to cut a border of my dimensionals. Peel that off and put that on the back of the Thanks. And this label punch fits perfectly in this medallion on these corner points right here. So it just lines up perfectly. Can you see that? So cute. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and layer this onto the basic black. Then we're going to put dimensionals on the back side. Now, since my card is going this way, I want to put the dimensionals up above and below. Because see, now if my card was going vertical, I would put my dimensionals along the sides. Okay? But it's going this way instead. Okay, now we're going to put 2 rhinestones. One right here and one right there. Just adds a little bit more bling to the card. What a simple, sweet little thank you note. And then here's the other one. Cute. Okay, so that's how you make that card. All the items are listed below, and don't forget to subscribe for my future videos so you don't miss them. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.